Going on, guys? So today we're going to be talking about my crypto investments and me showing you kind of how I'm making $1,000 a day from them, even when the market's really bad. Now, before we start this, I'm not a crypto channel. I'm not giving crypto advice at all. I don't know that much about crypto. I'm just sharing with you guys what I'm doing because I get asked so much. A lot of these are risky. You might think they're dumb. I made the decision for a reason, and this is my risky investment. So let me show you what I'm doing. So there's currently two coins I'm mainly in. I have a couple others, but the ones are XCS and XP, and I'm just going to be talking about staking the coins, which is how I'm making that money, and show you just the return on investment you can expect and what you can get depending on how many coins you have. Again, not an expert, so might not know 100% what I'm talking about, but I feel like I have a decent grasp on this. And before you talk shit about this coin, before I bought it, right after I bought it, forked into another coin, and this coin I have now is just extra. Have the other coin as well, which it forked to, which is the main thing. So it wasn't to keep this coin, this is just extra and I'm still staking it, which is why I have this. So obviously everything's tanked right now, but all you have to do with coins that are proof of stake, like XCS right here, which is this name, CSEC, all you have to do is have your wallet open and your computer on, and the coin will stake, which just means you're minting new coins into existence. It's like mining, but it's not. All you have to do is have your wallet open, and depending how many coins you have in your balance, so in this one I have a lot, I have 7.5 million coins on this one. So all I have to do, have my wallet open, have my computer on, and it will stake the coins. And depending on how many coins I have in the wallet, the bigger weight class I am. Now there's a couple different terms for that. I believe this one uses weight class. So the more coins you have in your wallet, the better a chance you have of minting new coins into existence. So right up here, you can kind of see my weight, which they don't really give a meaning to these numbers. They just say your weight is this, your network weight is this, and I honestly don't know what those mean. And expected time to earn a reward is 20 minutes. So on average, every 20 minutes, I'm finding a new block where I am minting new coins. Now, a lot of times, more times than not, as you can see, you'll see right here where, okay, so 1353, so 153, I got 42.5 new coins. I got that one, and then about 7 minutes later, I got this, and then an hour and 5 minutes later, so it took some time here because my wallet wasn't completely synced, but it says generated but not accepted. So what does that mean? That means me and someone else find it almost at the same time, and they ended up getting it a second or two before me, and we both just went to the same one, in layman's terms. Again, don't quote me on any of this, I'm not an expert. So I did not receive this one. Any of the ones you see gray, I did not receive. But any ones in the green, I did. So you can see over here kind of about half of them I don't receive. So you'll see it usually goes in big chunks, weirdly enough, where I'll miss like 10 in a row and then I'll get 4 and then miss a couple. So on average, I'm getting about 1,000 coins a day from this one. Now I will break it down in an Excel sheet in 1 second. I just want to show you guys kind of what it looks like. And again, I do have a higher weight on this one. I own a lot of this coin. Again, before it forked into the other one because I wanted a lot of the other one as well. And I'll show you those numbers in a second. So that is XCS, and then my other coin is XP. Now these are both meant to be longer term holds. With XCS, they just got a whole new team and CEO. So right after the fork, obviously everything tanked about tenfold. And then they announced a new CEO, it shot up, and then everything's down again. Pretty low, about 10 times down still. But I believe it'll go back up over time. They haven't released any new information on that. But with XP, these are both long-term holds, end of the year for me at least. So XP, doing the same thing as well. I'm mining it. You can see it takes a couple days. Now, it's a lot different. So with XCS, you can see I'm getting something about every 20 minutes on here. There's a lot of transactions, there's a lot of hits, there's a lot of misses, and it goes, you can see very quickly, like 6 minutes in between this one, 19 in between here, and sometimes it's like 30, 40 minutes, sometimes it's a minute or two in between, but a lot of smaller transactions, 45 coins. So on this one though, it's a lot different. I'll get about one hit that I get a week, so you can see right here. On January 25th, I got 850,000 coins. On January 31st, I got 450,000. So after doing this one for about 3 or 4 weeks, I've been getting about 800,000 on average, 800, 850 1,000 coins each week. So you can see the different amounts it mines here, and I might not be correct on this, but this is what I've noticed so far is, so after I mine it, I'll send all the new coins into one wallet so it collects together and uses that bigger amount to stake. So I have better opportunities. It's almost like a little lottery. And when I do that, I think it's based off of the coin age. So you can see here, right now, I only have this tiny, tiny amount, which isn't even 1 XP. But it'll tell you what your probability is within all these times and the age of it. So right now, my transaction's mature, but it's not reached the maximum probability. So after I send it for day 1 and 2, for within 24 hours, I'll see numbers that will start at like, okay, your probability is 50% within 24 hours to find within, it's like 100,000 to 150,000. And then as my coins mature in my wallet, it goes up, which you can see these small amounts where it tries to mine. Starts at 200, then goes to 250, then to 300, 300, 350, 400. And it does that, and once it reaches maximum probability, I'm sitting around the about 800 to 950,000 coins probability, about 65% per 24 hours on there. But it takes about 4 days for it to reach that. So 4 days, and then usually 1 to 3 days from that. So it's taking me about a week on average to get about 800,000, 850,000 coins on average. Now, I don't know if that's 100% correct, but that is what I've noticed with mine. And you can just see kind of my total coins right here. This one is open for staking and has the network weight again. I don't know if you guys can read that. It's tiny on the screen. And it says 2 inputs being used to mining. That's because I have all my coins sent on one and then this tiny amount which was left over. But I don't know why it's not showing the second one. It's weird sometimes. So that's what it looks like in the wallet. Now let's break it down how much I've made from it, how much I've invested, and kind of what percent return I'm getting. So again, obviously the whole market's down here. I'm gonna get roasted here, but that's okay. We're transparent. So my staking gains so far, this is about 4.5 weeks right here. So for XP, I've gained about 5.5 million coins. Actually, let's start with the initial investment, that's better. So XP, I initially bought just under 64 million coins. XCS, about 7.5 million. I bought them at these prices, which obviously are way higher than they were now. I bought them about 2 months ago, I believe. Yeah, late or early December. And these are the amounts I put in. So this is what it was worth at the time. Obviously, it's not worth anywhere near that right now with the market. So off that, so far, we have gained 5.5 million coins. And at the current price, I believe this is a little bit above the current price right now. It's a little bit lower. But on average, in about a month, a couple days more than a month, we made 5,500 from XP. Again, at the value, this will obviously change. If we do it what I bought it at, what did I buy it at? 1.2, goes up to that much. But if we do it what it's currently at right now, I believe it's 0.7, then it's a little bit less. So I'm doing it somewhere in the middle where it's kind of like a sweet spot, because obviously everything's super low right now. So if the coin doesn't gain any value over the next year, this is how much these numbers will look like. So same thing with XCS. XCS is substantially lower, as you can see. If we go at the price I bought it at, you can see it's about the same amount per month, even though I have 4.5 times the amount invested. So let's go back to what it was there. Where were we at? 5? We'll put 5. So let's look at what my ROI would be then. If the coins, I did a conservative amount. It's slightly higher than they are now because everything's low. But let's say they don't really move in value at all. So per month, going off the current numbers I got in the last 5 weeks, 4.5 weeks, I'll be gaining about 3.4 million coins. Now that is if I'm only staking the amount I have and I'm not adding any of my profits to what I'm staking, which I will. So I will be finding more coins. So XP, I'll be finding higher amounts of coins. With XCS, I'll be finding coins faster. So instead of finding one every 20 minutes, I'll find one every 12 minutes and possibly find more coins as well. Again, not 100% sure it works like that, but that's what I've noticed and as far as I know. So again, the current values, same thing that we had up here almost. And then what our monthly profit would be if the coin doesn't change its value at all and it stays at this. So with XP, we'd make about 3,400 a month, making about 41,000 a year. And with XCS, we would make about $360 a month and $4,000. Now, if this is what we bought it at, you can see it's a lot higher. It's about a 10% ROI a year, which is what they claim, which is about right if the coin value stayed at what I bought it at. Now, if it stays like this, go back to 6, then you can see we're still making, let's see what XP would be if it goes to 2. So you can see big difference here, over 100% ROI if it goes up 100% there. But still, 52% ROI for the coin losing a little bit in value. Let's do what I bought it at just to show you guys an example. So if it stays that, I don't stake any new coins with XP, I am getting about 4,000 profit a month, obviously in the coin, not in cash, get paid in the coin. About 50,000 a year in profit off an initial investment of $77,700, which is a 63% ROI, which is insane. Obviously this one with the value being tenfold less, it's a lot less. So you can multiply this by 10 if it was the same amount. But if you average the two together, it's still 13%. But this is what really surprised me, because in the grand scheme of things, I don't hold a ton of XP. I believe I have 69 million XP, 69.9, and that's not a ton with how big XP is in the market cap. So I'm still very surprised how large amounts of coins I'm finding, because, so let's say I have, to make it easy, we'll say 69 million coins. And I'm finding 850,000 each time. That means each time I'm finding something, I'm gaining a little over 1% on my investment. So if you want to do it off coins, if you want to do it off how much you invested. So on average, XCS claims to have about a 10% ROI a year on your coins. So that's probably the smarter way to do it instead of what your initial investment was, if you want to see predicted numbers, but obviously this is more important in the long run. So this I'm still very surprised with. I will give you guys an update in another month or two to see if it's still consistent or it drops, but seeing once a week, even if it was half of that, even if it's half of that, 52 weeks in a year, if I'm getting 1.2%, that's about 60% ROI a year. Even half of that, 30%, I'd be stoked with. I expected it to be anywhere from 8 to 12, and I don't hold a ton in this coin. So you can see from staking XP, looks great. XCS obviously is tanked, and we expected it to do that because it forked into the new coin. Now, don't go buy these coins because I show you this. Do your own research. I do risky investments because this is my risky investment portfolio. I can afford to lose all this and not be affected. So don't throw money you can't afford to lose. Don't listen to me. I don't have some amazing strategy, obviously. So let me show you right now. I'm thinking with how low the market is right now, put this away, I'm looking to buy another coin or two. I'm looking to put 50K more in right now. And there's a couple coins I'm looking at. So obviously everything is tanked. It's February 5th right now. Everything is down a ton. Now I still think it's gonna go down a little bit. I think that. I'm not basing that off anything. I think that, I know. But there are two coins I'm looking at. I'm gonna show you how I chose those. Again, this is not advice. This is my thinking. And it could be completely wrong. People who know, well, no one knows the market that well, but people that know either stocks in general or things like this are gonna laugh. But the thing I'm looking at is, okay, what's the highest it reached? How long did it reach that? And what's it at now? So the two I'm looking at are Ripple and Icon. Now I wanted coins that are pretty high market caps. Usually I said okay, I'm looking for two. I want one in the top 10 and I want one within the top 50-ish, hopefully 30. I want them to be backed by good developers. I'm looking at their market cap, their circulating supply, and their volume a little bit. Now I'm not gonna go into depth on all that because it's pretty basic and you've heard it from other people who can explain it better than me. And I'm looking at who has the biggest difference in what numbers they hit and what they're currently at. So Ripple is a good example. So right now it's at 72 cents, and at the high about a month ago, it was 350. So that's about what, about 5 times lower than it originally was. And with a big coin, a good backing, unless something happened here, I'd say the market's just low and I'm gonna go jump in and hold one like this. So I'm looking at Ripple, and then the other one I'm looking at is Icon. Now this one's a little bit newer. We can go to 1 month here, make it look easier. Let's go 3 month, I lied. So right here, it reached $11.85 up here. Well, it reached over $12 a little bit, $12.35. And right now, it is currently at it's about $3, $3.25 right now. So $3.25 and it was 12, that's about 4 times it's down. And that's honestly what I'm looking at. Are they backed by, now that was not the strategy for XP, XCS, those were different strategies, but that's kind of what I'm looking at now, my thinking. So if you guys, I also am looking at Stellar a little bit. I think longer term, I don't think it peaked earlier, but I think it can go somewhere because it's down about half right now from what it was, and it's been pretty consistent. So if you guys have any coins, let me know what you're investing in. Please don't talk shit on other people's picks, or if you're gonna leave a coin, tell me why. Is the team behind it good? Is the use good for it? What's their volume? What's their supply? What's it look like? And just let me know why you guys are investing so I can learn a little bit also. So hope you enjoyed. Again, just wanted to share with you guys what I'm doing because I get so many questions. And setting up the XP wallet was pretty difficult. So if you guys want help with that, I can make a video on that. It took me about a month to do that because it's a pain. So I'll see you guys in the next video.